Hello, it's Harry Reasoner again, and spring is definitely here. Let's see. A little while ago, I was out and I was running some errands, and I stopped in at Tim Hortons. Now, if you're not a Canadian, there's no point trying to explain Tim Hortons to you. Anyway, I grabbed a newspaper while I was in there, and as I sat down to read it, out slid a copy of the Watchtower magazine, published by our friends and our neighborhood door knockers, the Jehovah's Witnesses. And flipping through it, I saw an exercise for the young people among us to do about the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And here it is for our young people, the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, here are the instructions. Do this exercise in quiet surroundings. As you read the scriptures, imagine that you are part of the event. Visualize the scene, hear the voices, feel the emotions of the main characters. Now, in the first section, Analyze the Scene, we're asked to read Genesis 19, verses 1 to 14. Now, I'm not going to do that for you. You can pause and check them out yourselves. Run up to your mother's bookcase and blow the dust off that old thing, because in hindsight now, I don't think any of you actually read it, and check them out and then come back. Now we have some questions to answer here. Describe the appearance of Lot's visitors as you imagine them. Well, I would think that they are probably well dressed. They'd be wearing the latest gear. I mean, God's all powerful. Why wait centuries for the invention of hiking boots? So I doubt that they were wearing those absurd Birkenstocks or anything. They were, for the same reasoning, probably wearing sunglasses, and I bet they looked absolutely divine. Divine. Now, what kind of people were in the mob? Well, it's obvious from the text that, they were horny, and they were queers. Now we'll move on to the next section, dig deeper. We have to read Genesis 13, verses 7 to 13. And the first question we have to answer is, how did Lot come to be a resident of Sodom? And it appears from the text that, he went left, or maybe right. And then we have to answer, why did Jehovah judge those living there as worthy of destruction? And the answer is obvious. They were horny queers. Then we have to jump back to Genesis 19 and continue where we were reading before, as though perhaps God hadn't done much proofreading or editing, and we have to take it out of sequence. Anyway, let's continue. Our reading being done, we have to look at this. In what ways did Jehovah show consideration for Lot? Well, he killed his relatives, his neighbors, and burned his house. So I would say not very much consideration, really. And why did Lot's wife look back? Well, I would think with the theme that's been established, she probably was a dumb lesbo. And why was she destroyed? Same question, same answer. See above. Now, boys and girls, let's apply what we've learned. Let's look at Jehovah's view of wickedness. Don't try to out-wicked the most wicked, because he can outdo us. At least Monday to Saturday. And Jehovah's compassion? Compassion is for fags. And Jehovah's warning his people before acting in judgment? Well, warnings are gay. Which aspect of this account is most meaningful? Well, you don't seem to mention the cave incest. What hot-blooded, virile, righteous man wouldn't want to find himself in a cave with two babes and lots of beers and, even if those two babes were his daughters. Oh, for crying out loud. It is absolutely extraordinary to me that anyone could read that story and still cling to it. And still cling to the belief that the Bible is, in some way, an account of morality and the wishes of a creator. But it is far more astounding to me that there is a group around who thinks that this story is an appropriate way to teach our children about God's love. It's a story filled with rape, sexual repression, misogyny, homophobia, and genocide. And it's absolutely extraordinary. But then again, there's nothing in me that forces me to try and justify it. That has somehow landed on the heads of others.